guys, Min here from On a Stampage. I'm here with a sneak peek at this Saturday's Pay It Forward video hop. I'm really excited about this hop. We're going to be hopping around and sharing other people's channels and videos, and we are sponsored by MHK Designs. We're going to be giving away some digital stamp sets and papers, as well as a physical prize, and all of these prizes are open internationally. So I'm here to share some videos that use this digital stamp set, and today I'm going to use this rose image and the "You Are So Very Loved" sentiment, and I'm going to show you how you can easily recolor these roses without doing all of the work over. So let's get into it. These are the variations of the roses that I created just by coloring in one image. And the way that I did this is I utilized my background layer and created a sky, and then I also used different brushes to color in. So I'm going to start out with a 3.75 by 5.5 inch panel base, and I'm going to create a new layer, and I'm going to make it black, and this is going to help me make a border around my focal panel. So next I'm going to create another layer and make a white rectangle around it, so that I just have that black as a little matte border around it instead. So I'm going to create a faux sky kind of look by going into this layer and using a turquoise blue and a white to create a gradient, and I'm going to make it the radial style so that it is here in the center and it fades out to white all the way around it. And so this is what it will look like. It's this nice deep turquoise that fades out to the white, and I love that because then it's going to make the roses more of a focal point. So I pulled in one of the rose images and I loved it, and I loved how it was placed, but I felt like it needed more down in the corner. So I copied, or rather I duplicated the layer, and when I did that, I then flipped it around and repositioned it down here in the corner to fit exactly where I wanted it, so that it could be filled in and look more of like a panel. And then I decided I was going to use this upper left hand corner for my sentiment. So I put in a black square so that my sentiment would really pop, and I chose the "You Are So Very Loved" sentiment, and I did a color overlay and a stroke both in white. The color overlay was so that the whole image would be white, and the stroke was just so that that thinner font would pop out more and be easier to be seen when it's printed. So then I went in and I decided to start sponging in, or using a brush to color in, the different layers of the flowers. And I started with the leaves, and I used these dark stain brushes because I love the texture and I love how it kind of looks like you chalked these images. And then I went in with a different color of green to do the buds, and then I did the roses in this really, I did the stems, I'm sorry. I did the stems in an even bolder green so that they would stand out as well. And the more layers I put on, the more this will come together. So the next step was the roses. I used those dark stains to kind of fill in, and as you can see, it's kind of fading. And I'm adding each layer above the last one so that it starts to show. So I added some shading, and then even some more shading on the leaves and the darkest part of the roses. And this gave me my finished panel, and I absolutely loved it. But I also didn't want to have to go in and like change it or redo it for each color. So what you can do is you can go into the layer and you can do a color overlay. So here I did a color overlay with white on the roses, and it just changes the entire panel. So you can also do red. Here I'm choosing which color of red I might want, and you can go in and you can recolor each of the layers to be whatever color you want. Now I kept those pink and red accents because a lot of roses have those accents, but you can also redo those layers as well. So here I am trying to find the color of yellow that I would want. And you can, you could even go in and do something really cool and make them whatever colors you want. They don't have to look like real roses. The sky's the limit when you're using these different ways to color in digital images. That's another thing that I like. So each time I would just go in and I would save my panel. Thanks so much for stopping by for this sneak peek at the MHK Designs digital stamp set and paper that is going to be available this Saturday, May 16th. Thank you so much for joining me today. And until next time, hugs and happy stamping, friends. Bye.